Hey everyone. So this is the Grow With Me series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take you through all the steps that I do to grow my lettuce. So what I got here is, this is just a muffin container that we bought. Double chocolate muffins. Who doesn't like double chocolate muffins, right? So I got that, which is going to be my greenhouse for my rockwool cubes. This is just tap water. I filled this right out of the tap. I didn't do anything with it. And I'm going to be doing 6. I'll show you the tote that I grow in, which is 5. I grow 5 heads at a time, but I'm going to do 6 for something later. So just going to drop these in. It doesn't take long for them to saturate. Just break them apart. I mean, you can feel the weight change quite a bit. Now these rockwool cubes have a single hole in the center. I normally, when I'm doing my lettuce, I don't use that hole. What I do is I use a chopstick and I actually make 2 new holes. Well, let me show you once I'm done here. I'll plant a couple out here and show you what they look like. But again, you can feel the weight when they're saturated. Alright, so while that last one goes, I'm going to have another little piece of cardboard here. These are my lettuce seeds. So these are the Little Gem Butterhead lettuce. They actually grow a little tiny head like a romaine. And these are from my gardener. Get very good germination with these. I'm just going to spread a few of them out. I'm going to plant 2 seeds per. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to make a hole on either side. Just make a little bit bigger than normal. And then while get this wet, I'll pick up a seed. As you can see, I got a little seed on there. And I'm just going to put it in. And I don't know if you can see that in there. Hopefully you can. It's right along the little edge there. And I'm going to put a second seed in on the other side. You can see that one there. I'm going to push it down just a little bit, but so just a little bit. And I just pinch those off a little bit. Then those will go into the tray. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plant, well, I'll do one more. So again, I make a little hole here on this side, a little hole on this side. I just got all these seeds wet. It's a good thing I have a lot of seeds. Pop a seed in there. Pop another seed in that one. They're tiny seeds, so make sure you leave it in there. Make sure you get one in there. Doesn't have to be very far down. It can be right near the top. You don't even have to close it. I just close it to make it mimic soil, so it has to struggle a little bit to get out. I think that makes it a little stronger. And I'm going to go ahead and do all these, the rest of these. And then I'll show you where I'm setting them and waiting until they germinate. Okay. So as you can see, I did 3 that I closed off, and I did 3 that I just left the holes open. So these 3 here are open and these 3 are closed. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Now let me show you where I'm going to be putting them. Okay, so here's where I put mine. So I got this up here. I actually have these little, they were grow lights. I think they were like $10 on Amazon I bought. And when I'm doing small amounts like this, I normally use these just to germinate my seeds. They're LED. And what I end up doing, I used to actually leave them in this cup I used to actually leave them in this cup, but since 6 of them are too big to fit in here, I would leave those. I'd put the lights basically right on top of them. LEDs don't put out that much heat, so they're fine to leave like that. So what I do is I leave them like that, and it actually helps build up the heat a little bit, because they do let off a little bit of heat, just not a lot. They won't melt the plastic, but it'll keep heat inside here, and later you'll see that there'll be condensation in here. If you don't have lights like that, any lights separate from your grow light, or if you don't have a spot to put them, you can put them. I'm going to be growing them in this tote right here, and I've actually started the seeds. I put the seeds in the cups. The water level I put up enough to keep in contact with the rockwool, and then I just dropped these. There's lights that are above me here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them without blinding. These are just regular shop lights, 4-foot shop lights. They actually are like 6,000 or 6,000 K, 5,200 lumen. Actually, let me see if I can get that in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So these are fine for growing any greens, actually. And what I do is I just drop that right down as low as I can get it on there. And what I've done in the past, like if you've seen on my Aero Garden, I use like the little plastic toppers that come in the Aero Garden, or anything short like that are plastic that you can set over the top of the seed, just to keep some heat in there and let it get some moisture in there. The condensation will work just fine. So you can do it any way you want. Just something where you can cover the seeds and under some lights. I turn the lights on right away, because as soon as they sprout, I want them to get light. I don't want them to get leggy. So I just keep the lights on all the time. Well, these run 16 hours and then shut off. So as long as you have something, you can wait till they sprout. And if you catch them, I mean, these will only take probably 3 days, 4 days to sprout. You can watch them, and then you can actually put a light on as soon as you see them sprout. That's up to you. But I do it this way because I just want it to be there. Once they sprout, they have the light they need. All right, so this is the first episode, getting the seeds in the rockwool, and the next one will be when they germinate, and then the one after that will be when we're going to get ready to put them in the Kratky tote. All right, one other thing. I have some water in here. I'm going to fill this the rest of the way and leave it sit. You really want to leave your water sit for at least 24 to 48 hours, just so it purges any chlorine, because I use city water. I don't use distilled water, filtered water, anything like that. So I leave my water sit for 24 to 48 hours. The longer the better. This has been here probably for 5 days now, but I'm going to have to add to it because there's not enough in there. All right. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the series. If you like the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks. See you next time.